Hey folks, welcome. My name is Garrett Munro, and this is an orientation to technology resources at Hiram College. I'm joined with some of my wonderful colleagues, and the purpose of this presentation is to introduce you to us and also some of the resources across campus so we can make sure you have everything at your disposal to make your time here the most successful possible. And we're just going to go around and introduce ourselves. I'm Garrett Munro, and I am the Tech and Trek Program Manager. And so you can come visit me in the library. I'm here in my office in the Tech and Trek Center on the first floor. For any questions about your iPad Pro, learning about how to use the apps, or learning about some of our experiential trekking opportunities throughout the academic year, I also frequently pop into courses to run workshops, and I teach some courses here as well.
And I am Brittany Jackson, and I am our online learning manager, and I handle a lot of Moodle and Zoom issues and can assist you in a myriad of ways. So stop on over to the Tech and Trek desk because that is where my office is located as well.
I am Greg Reoli. I'm the user services manager here, responsible for a little bit of everything, starting with the help desk and just making sure the equipment and stuff is up and running.
And I'm Marc Freeman, and I am the media services manager here on campus, and we're now located in our new location, which is in the Dre Technology Center, and we primarily handle the classroom support on campus as well as multimedia setups on campus for presentations and events. We also do some loans of equipment and other media related items.
So today, once again, is all about introducing you to us, and we're here to help you achieve. One of the great benefits of being at a small school like Hiram College is you get to build relationships with people, and you can drop in and have a one-to-one experience, an in-person experience. You can also email us or do a Zoom call. We have materials on Moodle or on YouTube. So we're all about responding to how you want to interact with us and how we can best support you. So it's all about dialogue. We want to really make sure you know everything that's here to help you. We'll also be going over campus resources and labs all across campus and even the wider region. And then we'll get into some basics about our online portal system, registering for courses, using some of the resources, and we'll wrap up with some information about our Tech and Trek program. And yes, that's an overview.
All right, I'll kick us off. So the Dre Technology Center, as Marc stated earlier, is located in the basement of Teach Out Price. That's going to contain both your user services as well as your media services. Kind of in location on the map here, you can see where Teach Out Price is located. And we're kind of, right where Brittany's circling on the corner there, kind of to get in. But you can go through any entrance and get through to us. Just to talk about some of the stuff we offer, primarily we are the first contact for any of your IT issues you're having with your computer, iPad, anything like that. We can help out or try to help out. You can contact us through our email at helpdesk@hiram.edu or our phone number, which is 5313 or 330-569-5313. We also have a website available that has some nice how-to documentation out there, including how to register your devices like your PlayStation, Switches, anything that you're bringing onto campus. You want to register it through that portal. But that helpdesk.hiram.edu will be updated throughout the year with new documentation as we implement new technologies. Our hours are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And I'll pass it off to Marc to talk about some of the media services we offer in the Dre Technology Center.
Okay, thank you, Greg. And yes, as I mentioned earlier, the Media Services Department, which formerly in the lower level of the library, is now moved over into Teach Out Price, and we're all part of the new formerly Dre Technology Center. As I mentioned earlier, one of our main things we do is that we handle the technical support in the classrooms, just making sure that everything is working well with the media equipment. We also will provide the setup of media equipment for presentations and events on campus. We do have a range of multimedia equipment that we loan out, like DSLR cameras and video cameras and several other equipment that is available for loan. We will either provide or video record classroom presentations for online sharing. We also do color printing, 3D printing, because we have a 3D printer here. And also we have a dye, letter, and paper cutting machine, and also lamination that can be done here as well. And also we also do some things such as converting old VHS tapes and audio cassettes to any type of digital version, either for DVDs or CDs or just as digital files. And that's just some of the things that we do. You can contact us either at our number, which is 569-5360, or the help desk number, which was what Greg already mentioned. You can contact us at the help desk. And also, we also have our own media services website, which is listed on the sheet that's below. And our hours are also 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday.
All right. Thanks, Mark. I'll pick back up here just to talk about some of the technology labs that we have around campus. Our student access labs, primarily 24/7 lab, is in Kennedy Center. It's located on the lower level. You can use that at any time. I think there's about 10 systems available for students to use, currently spaced out due to the pandemic. We also have the library, which houses some computers, has printing available for you guys. It's a good resource to use if you need to print anything in a snap. And we also have classroom labs. So there's obviously a few locations here: Hinsdale, Gerstagger, Colton, the Music Center, Gelbke, and there's a Mac-equipped classroom as well in the lower level of the library. And you can kind of reserve some of these rooms or spaces if you need them for a specific purpose. We also have a podcast studio in the lower level of Kennedy that you can also reserve to do some cool stuff with. So we definitely have a lot of technology available for your use, and want you guys to use it. It's definitely pretty cool stuff. As far as printing on campus is concerned, everyone's going to be able to print. So this year, when the new printers come in, so we're kind of in the process of implementing that, you'll be able to just scan your student ID card to print. You'll be required to set that up initially one time just by swiping your card, plugging in your Hiram credentials. That links your account to your card. So going forward, you can just scan your card to access your print queue, your scan queue, scan to OneDrive, all that sort of good stuff. In the interim, though, until we get those new systems on campus, you will just be able to log in with your credentials to print, like from a library system or something. It'll give you the paper cut login. You may not be too familiar with paper cut now, but it's basically linked to your Hiram ID. You'll just be able to log in with that and your password. And just to discuss the password manager here, so one of the most common calls and emails we get on the help desk here is, how do I reset my password, or help, I don't remember my password. So we have this resource available for you. You go out to my.hiram.edu. The bottom screenshot here kind of shows you under the computers dropdown, the Dre password manager is your second option there. Just be aware that at Hiram, your password does expire every 90 days. So you'll get an email, I believe it's 7 days prior to expiration, to notify you that, hey, your password's expiring. You should probably change it proactively before it does expire. And this is just how to do that and how to get there. You will need to enroll. So the top screenshot there, you will need to enroll into the password management tool if you have not already, to be able to use it throughout the year.
So I will take over from here. So my.hiram.edu. This is where you're going to go for basically anything Hiram related that you want. This is where you can find your email and the Office 365 apps, Moodle, Web for Student, Password Manager, as Greg mentioned, and your class schedules. So let's talk through a little bit of that. So your email or Office 365. This uses your Hiram username and password to access it. You can download the Office 365 suite to your laptop or desktop if you have one. And you can utilize the Office 365 apps on your iPad. You can also access simply through the web browser. So using my.hiram.edu, clicking on email, logging in, and accessing it that way. Then we have Moodle, which is your learning management system. So if you've ever used Google Classroom or Blackboard, this is very similar in a lot of ways to that. This again uses your Hiram username and password to access. And many of your faculty, if not most of your faculty, will utilize Moodle in some capacity in your class. So become familiar with it. There is a Hiram Technology 101 site within Moodle that you can access that gives you kind of the rundown of a bunch of the technology tools here on campus. So feel free to look that over, go through it, familiarize yourself with it, and then you'll be more prepared for your classes. One big thing, always access Moodle using a web browser like Chrome or Firefox preferred. You can use Safari, though sometimes it is a little glitchy with Safari. but I would highly encourage Chrome or Firefox. Do not use a Moodle app or the OpenLMS app that you may find. Don't do it. Not worth it. More hassle than it's worth. So make sure that you're using the web browser version. So Web for Student uses your Hiram username and password again to access. Noticing a trend here, a lot of your Hiram username and password. Here you can click on Student. On the Student tab there, you can look at your registration and see your personal class schedule. You can register for classes. And if you click on the Financial Aid tab or Finance tabs, you can check your Hiram bill. So know that you can access all of that here on Web for Student. To access that, if you click on the Students tab off of my.hiram.edu, down at the bottom, there's a link that says Web for Student. Click on that, and you will be asked to log in if you're not already logged in. And you can also access your class schedules for advising. So you click on Class Schedule off of my.hiram.edu. It'll bring you to a screen that looks like this. Here you would enter in your term. So if you wanted to look at classes for spring 2022, you would select spring 2022 and hit submit, and you would get all the classes that are available. If you wanted to select a specific subject, you could search by that specific subject, or if there's days and times that you're looking for classes, you can also sort that way and see what is available that might fit in your schedule. Here's a big one. Do not forget to back up. Back up everything. Save everything. Make sure everything is saving. So always be backing up your device, and especially Notability. There are instructions on how to back up Notability that can be found at the helpdesk.hiram.edu site. There's also a video there for you to reference. So go in, set that up. It is not set up initially when you are setting up your Notability. So be sure you go in and set up that backup if you're going to use Notability a lot. And you probably will. So just make sure that you're going in and setting that up, and you won't have issues if you back it up.
Yes, Tech and Trek. I'll take it for a moment here. Thanks, Brittany. So Tech and Trek is our device program. We're super proud of it at Hiram College. It involves not just our iPad Pro, the pencil, the keyboard, but also, as you probably found out by now, a pair of hiking boots. We've been running it now for a number of years, and it's well loved by students, faculty, and staff. And there's a lot going on with Tech and Trek besides just the hardware, which we think is excellent and puts everybody at the same footing, so we can do things that we couldn't if we were all bringing our own different technology to campus. And so besides having all the classrooms equipped with Apple TVs and being able to use the excellent Wi-Fi even across the campus green in the different learning spaces all across our campus, the technology, we have training resources available to you to learn things like, as Brittany mentioned, Notability, which is a favorite app, how to use and take great notes on your iPad Pro, how to produce podcasts, as Greg mentioned, in our awesome podcast studio, or just on your iPad Pro, how to publish projects on your ePortfolio, and any number of things, including how to minimize distractions, how to get the most out of your technology while minimizing the downsides or minimizing the costs of being constantly connected, and learning how to turn off your notifications while you're in the classroom, tap into the creative potential of technology while not being hamstrung by the costs of all the distractions and so forth. So we call this idea mindful technology, and there's many ways of approaching it. Some students like to go on some of our treks and turn the technology off, go for a hike, go on a camping trip. Others like to use it in more of a reflective way, use it in a creative way, like at our Gelbke Fine Arts Center or in some of the internships or study abroad programs. There's many ways to play Tech and Trek. And so we offer not just, again, support for the hardware, both here in the Tech and Trek Center in the library and also at the Dre Technology Center. We also offer on-demand training and support. So if you have an idea, you have a question, how do I do XYZ? Stop by and we can help you out. We also have great training resources on our YouTube channel and also on our Hiram Tech 101 resource site on Moodle. And we'll offer periodic special programs like workshops, courses, and other experiences. So watch out for emails or stop by and ask us about those experiences. So one of the services we offer is an app on your iPad called SelfService. This is a space that's kind of like our internal app store. And so SelfService is an app you're going to find on your home screen on your iPad. And once you click on it, it's going to give you this catalog of apps we've preloaded or in some cases pre-purchased for you, including Notability and Office 365 apps like Word, Excel, Outlook. They're going to move quicker through SelfService. and sometimes they're exclusively available through self-service. So stop here before you go to the App Store when looking for an app. Also, a note to connect to Hiram secure Wi-Fi connection, which is going to be optimized for downloading apps from places like the App Store or from self-service. And once again, there's just many ways to play with Tech and Trek. Just watch out for updates for emails or stop by our office, our center in the library to get updates on how you can engage either through a course. This year, we're starting a new course called Academic Technology Skills, Tech, Trek, and Connect. It's a 1-credit course. It's fully online, and it's really designed for people to get to know their iPad and all the technology, the apps that come along with it, and how you can use it to get the most out of your time here, to be an effective, efficient, and creative learner. And so we're going to cover things in particular about how to use your ePortfolio through your first year program, how to publish videos, how to interface with the learning management system, and a ton more. So if you're in that credit gap where you're signed up for maybe 12 or a full-time load, but you've got some space between a max load where you can pick up an extra credit or two, those are the folks who might be interested in picking this course up. So check out that course on the schedule. You can email us as well. We'll have our email at the end of the presentation for how to sign up. And I just want to share this visualization of the area. Greg went over a map of campus just briefly and showed some of the technology points of interest across our campus, our labs and so forth. But this zooms us out and it shows us our campus situated within the region. And you can see here in particular of note in green on the right, our field station, 550 acres, beautiful trails, beautiful wildlife, some old growth forests, one of the rare places in the state of Ohio where you can still find a big swath of old growth forest, really stunning places to walk through and hang out. Trails are there. It's open dawn to dusk. And so besides the field station, which you can go and hike and study at or even work there, we have trails right off of our main campus you can get to by foot, including the Grand Oak Trail highlighted there off the top of the pink block on the traditional campus. We also have things like Munro's Orchard, Camp High, and some other great resources around the area, including way up north, we have our Northwoods field station, which is yes, indicated by this icon with the pine trees. And so folks can visit Northwoods, take a course up there, and that's way on the shores of Lake Superior in Hiawatha National Forest. So again, tons of ways to play Tech and Trek, and we'll have a lot of outdoor programming coming at you for ways in which you can do this with a community.
So just to remind you of our hours. So the Dre Technology Center is Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. And the Tech and Trek Center is also Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, but we also have Saturday and Sunday hours from 1 to 4 p.m. each day. So feel free to stop by if you can't make it during the week. Feel free to stop by Tech and Trek Center and we can assist you there as well. And finally, feel free to connect to us with any questions. The contact information is here with the Dre Technology Center. Again, lower level of teach out price. You can find Dre Help Desk and the Media Center down there for you. And then the Tech and Trek Help Desk is located on the main floor of the library, and it is straight back just before the Clock Tower Cafe on the right. So we're the glass office just before the Clock Tower Cafe. So feel free to stop by and we will assist you with anything that you may need.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you for joining us. If nothing else, I hope you got a sense for who we are and some of the options and resources available on campus here. Don't hesitate. Don't get frustrated at the technology. Just shoot us an email or drop by and we'll help you out. We'll have a conversation with you and we'll get you sorted out at the very least. So once again, thank you, and we'll see you around campus.